conversation this morning. What's the guy's name that we were listening to?
When?
Yesterday.
Last night.
Yeah.
Kevin Samuels.
So we were listening to Kevin Samuels yesterday, and
I have to talk loud too.
And he was talking about, he had mentioned wanting a man to provide for you and to take care of you, and then said, as a woman, what do you bring to the table? And 9 times out of 10, you're not a virgin. So it's like, you want this man to do all this stuff for you. Well, what are you going to do for him besides the physical? And so I was just like, ooh, that's kind of like an interesting thing there. Like, what is a woman going to...
What do women bring to the table versus what do a man bring to the table and what do a woman bring to the table? Say what?
Randall.
Go down Randall. To go to Woodward or just take me straight?
To take go to Woodward.
Okay.
Just go the long way.
Yeah. So basically, he was saying how basically women don't bring nothing to the table, and he made like some real strong arguments, and I was listening to other people talk about it, and they were saying how he's basically scaring women into just scaring them half to death, to making them thinking that ain't shit because if they got a kid. Y'all gotta watch Kevin Samuels on YouTube. He go live every night, and his lives be like real interesting because he's single, but he got all of the relationship game. So I'm just like, in our relationship, why don't these certain rules apply? Basically, because like he basically saying like, if you ain't rich, if you ain't fit, if you don't got a college education, you ain't gonna be in love. And it's like, we don't got none of that shit, and we seem to be doing just fine. So I'm just really interested in like how women feel like dating, and then like how my wife feel like in this whole relationship thing, because I think the deepest part is that I never had nobody teach me nothing about relationships. I learned the fucking hard way. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And hearing him like giving advice, I wonder, is that positive advice or is that negative advice? It's crazy, like niggas just be really partying in the in the car. Buses. Party buses.
But no, he also was saying that a lot of people are not raised to be husbands or wives, neither.
That's a fact.
So it's like, that just brings up another interesting point. Like, what makes someone think that they're marriage material? And
what street is this?
I have no idea. But it's like really, really crowded, and it's really cold, and people got their booty cheeks out.
Mm-hmm. They better cover their ass cheeks up before they catch COVID. I tell you that much. I tell you that much. They better. No, but for real, I think like there is nobody teaching about relationships. Let's keep that a buck, right? But we all want relationships. Let's keep that a buck. But if you rely on YouTube to teach you, like, what I pick up on dude is that his energy ain't right. He got the nice facade. Mm-hmm. Everything is perfect. Mm-hmm. But underneath the surface, it ain't right and exact, which I don't think nothing is. But say, for instance, I think about it like this. If I'm a fucking plumber, and I get on YouTube and start talking about electricity, I ain't right and exact, right? Mm-hmm, right? So if I'm going to give people relationship advice, wouldn't it serve me to be in a relationship that actually works. Because what generally happens is everything sound good when you don't got it, right? If you don't got a relationship, somebody telling you how to get one, that shit sound real good and real interesting. But when you apply that shit, oh, I'm better than you because it is that and the third, that shit ain't gonna fly. So how do you relate?
I just saw the weirdest shit. It
What'd
was
you
a
just
guy
see?
dressed up as a minotaur.
Oh, it's Halloween.
A small person dressed up looked like a fairy or had some sort of wings.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't tell what the third person was, but it was just.
It is. It's Halloween.
It was so mystical.
Downtown Detroit. That was Baphomet and
His
Sophia.
spirit. Yep. A lot of these conscious brothers, little sisters, whatever singles.
That be real dangerous though. For real, because this is the jewel of my consciousness. Like, if I manifested $100,000 and I had to divorce from my wife, nigga, you can keep that $100,000. I don't really feel like people value people. People value things. And when you value things and then try to put people second, you in a world of fucking trouble. And so a lot of this shit is motherfuckers trying to reconcile focusing on their career, right? Because that's what the news and that's what the entertainment, that's what everybody told you, right? Travel, see the world, have sex, all of this shit. And to which none of that shit has any value. You cannot fucking squeeze the booty of your fucking trip that you took in Aruba 5 years ago. That shit gone, right? But the time and effort that it take to build a relationship, that shit is hard. And ain't nobody teaching you how to do that fucking shit. You see it more costumes. Oh.
But someone said they're gonna dress up like Callie for Christmas.
That's how you gotta do it. Fuck. If somebody dress up for Callie for Christmas, I'm dressing up as the Easter Bunny for Thanksgiving. What's up? What's up? That's another thing we should talk about. That's how we should talk about. Why the fuck are y'all dressing up for Halloween, fam? Like, what is going on, dog? Like, y'all been dressed, y'all, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all been wearing masks all 2020. We've been wearing costumes all year. Why this, like, man, this shit is really, really fried. I thought that the civilization was crumbling, but it obviously is in full steam, full-fledged ahead, man. We can't win for losing out here, for real, for real.
We should dress up all the damn time. People do.
We do. We wear masks every day. If we need to go get some food, we gotta wear a mask.
Coming to America, just walk across the street.
Man, look. This do look like Coming to America though, like we in Coming to America right now.
Oh man, funny. Everybody say I laugh like Eddie Murphy. Yep.
I mean, who knows who they are though? So at a certain point, this is like apropos. Fucking Halloween is the #1 thing for Americans. Like, imagine motherfuckers in a village in Africa somewhere dressing up for Halloween, or South America, or the fucking Fiji Islands. Like, oh fuck, it's time to dress up. Our minds are fucking. The civilization in this city really fried our brains, for real. Like, we'll just do whatever is going on for no reason. Back to the relationship thing. If motherfuckers invested in their relationships as much as they did on their goddamn costumes, motherfuckers would be a lot further. But I digress. People don't even want relationships. I think people don't want relationships because you can
They're
get
hard
so
work.
bad at it and you know you keep getting your heart break. So you know what I'm saying, if a motherfucker smacking me, I rather wouldn't want to be around them or see them anymore. But if you actually dealt with the beauty and the love and the transformation and the wealth of relationships, why would you bash it? You know what I'm saying? But back to, we not even taught relationships to the point that even our grandmothers and grandfathers, they was married for the wrong reasons, right? For just like getting take care of the kids and all of that. That ain't even the real shit. What the Bible say? Spiritually yoked.
Do most people even know what love is? What is the definition of love, really, truly? I don't think there's an answer for that. I think love is an action.
Love is everything you do towards a person. It's like a lot of times before I got into this relationship, I legit wanted to cut it on, cut it off. Cut it on, cut it off when I'm in relationships. Like, if I'm getting some skins, or we going out, or we doing something that, you know, together, it's cool. But when I'm doing me, I'm doing me. You know, don't ask me about what I'm doing. Don't question me about where I'm going. All of that shit is bullshit. You feel me? Like, the complete submission of my soul, like, just laying it all out. Like, I love the fuck out of this woman, and it don't fucking never matter about shit with me. You know what I'm saying? And I tell anybody, I'll go in any building, I'll talk to any person. You know what I mean? No, it's not even like she's mine either. It's just the feeling that I have for her. You feel me? And if a nigga ain't ready to just confess his undying love to you, and you say that shit back, like, I tell people all the time, when did you know it was real between me and Chauncey? We had the conversation. We fucking talked about it. Said, what you want to do? I don't want to live without you. I don't want to live without you either. The end. And then you make it fucking work. You make it fucking work. You don't say, you cool, but I ain't really fucking with you all like that. Because the effort and work it takes to learn a person transcends all romance and all of that. Fuck all of that. Like, the real shit, through sickness and health, right? That's real. Meaning that you want to marry somebody that you're going to be 80 fucking years old with. I'm going to be old as shit, wrinkled as shit, probably not even going to the bathroom. Guess who's going to be by my side? And I ain't got to worry about being alone, my nigga. Y'all young and tweaking, for real. Like, y'all think because y'all 20, 30, 40 that y'all just gonna be sexy forever. No. You gonna be a rat. Like, you gonna be nothing. You gonna be needing people to do everything for you. And if you don't have a life partner, because of some superficial bullshit, like, I wonder what love is and all of it. Like, yo, you have to foresee a future with a person, and in order to foresee a future with a person, you gotta sit with that motherfucker and talk to them. Hey, where do you see this going? And I'm speaking from a man though, you feel me? Because women already there. Niggas, we light years behind, nigga. We are in the fucking cave. We are fucking cavemen out here, dog. Like, it's so many women, bro. Like, the only thing, like, I'm in a beautiful relationship, but I'm just like, damn, it's so many women that will never, ever experience this shit. Because it ain't no niggas out here like this. You feel me? Niggas is just like for the pussy. And that's horrible, nigga. Like, I can go on and on and on how you niggas is out here retarded. You feel me? Like, slow. You feel me? Like, short bus. Like, you know what I mean? Drooling out the mouth type shit. You feel me? Literally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, I'll do you one better. If you dealing with a woman, after everything that you possibly could do with her, the very last thing you should even think about is having sex with her. I mean, after you done did every fucking thing, right? Y'all done took showers together. Y'all done motherfucking laid in bed together. Y'all done cried together. Y'all done flew across the world together. Y'all never once even hinted at sex. Guess what that is? Love, right? How do you know it's not love? When a nigga is trying to beat, oh, we in Madrid, let's fuck. Oh, we in Orlando, let's fuck. Oh, we here, we getting married, let's fuck. Like, that shit gonna get old. And guess what a nigga gonna do after he tired of beating it? You feel me? Whether consciously, emotionally, he can't verbalize it because he don't want to hurt you, he done moved on. Because he's retarded. He's LD. He's short bus, right? Now, you wouldn't consciously ever in your life say, unless you was sympathetic and compassion, to be like, man, little tink, I think I'ma tie the knot with your ass, right? But a nigga thinking about pussy, Google his intelligence. Google his intelligence when he's thinking about pussy. LD, short bus. Not gonna make it. He could be a goddamn astrophysicist. In the midst of getting some pussy, ask that nigga what 2 + 2 is. He gonna be like, 7, I don't know. I don't care. Okay? So what is love? Peer-to-peer relationships, intimacy without sex. I'm sorry, it's a full moon. I'm off this tea. Oh, I asked in there. That would have been real nasty. That would have been a real nasty live. Because I would have been ill drooling. Like this. In front of all of these people. Or however. I don't even know.
Dang, the bus just forgot my man.
Oh, it's late too. He probably just got off work or some shit. Got to be more careful. Well, you catching a bus, you ain't got enough for an Uber either. You just like fuck. And do Ubers run? Oh, you know her shift is over. It's 1:30. Her shift is over. You be lucky if she make another stop between here and wherever her goddamn terminal is. It's late.
I think the bus terminal is back that way, so she still got to make another trip back.
Oh man, you better cancel Christmas. You better cancel it. That's what love is, though. Catching all types of vibes. But then when men love women, guess what they become? Friends. Fucked up in the head.
So wait, they friend zone them?
They friend zone the fuck out of them. But then again, that's right and exact, because the nigga want to smash low key. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's so complicated, but it's so simple. But it's complicated because it's nobody teaching us this shit. Nobody teaching us how to love one another. We can sit here and have a whole conversation on What happened between Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion, the boyfriend, the security guard, so forth and so on. But then have a conversation on what love is, and you get 50 different answers from 50 different people. That shit crazy. My thing is, love is when you love somebody, right? Not somebody loves you. Then Teddy Pendergrass said that the best. So good loving somebody, that somebody loves you back. That's what it is. Everything else is bullshit. Y'all be stressing. Imagine me, right? Just not coming home and you texting me like, when you coming home? The kids miss you. That shit is fucking fried, die, and to the side, Jack.
I'll be getting some good sleep. I hope you're safe.
Oh my god.
Stay safe.
Oh.
Mask up.
Mask up. Bringing home all type of STDs.
For real.
Kids having all types of behavioral problems because daddy want to be a little hoe.
They're not ready for that.
They not ready.
For you already married before you get married.
Oh.
Yeah, you already. If you don't cut them loose, you already married.
Wait a second. Hold on, though. Hold on. So.
Oh, we need to see if Dutch girls open.
We pulling up.
We are.
You know, coronavirus. They never came back. That was one of the things they did.
They did.
They look like they open though. The light is on. Why would the light be on and they not open though? That don't make sense. They gotta be open.
No, they ain't open. They ain't open.
They just got the light on anyways, huh?
They was open for a minute though.
Oh, okay. No, but you was saying something that was real funny. You said.
I'm about to burn myself. I was saying, marriages fail because you're already married before you got married. So,
that's funny as hell. Because a motherfucker is going to listen to you and be like, what?
So your child's father, say you have a child.
No, say you don't have a child.
Okay, so you don't have a child. But the first man you had sex with,
that's your husband. Wait a second.
So we're not talking about going down to the courthouse signing no damn papers. We're not talking about that, no, because that's a business. That's a contract right there. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a spiritual.
You talking about the soul's recognition.
Yes,
Correct. That's why you consummate a marriage, because the soul is very fragile. The soul is likened to a piece of glass. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So, and it don't care if you gonna sign a paper or not. Mm-hmm. Or what, like
to it, that paper is just your kid's drawn.
Right. So your kid will be like, look, mommy, it's you and daddy.
Yeah, it goes on the refrigerator for 2 weeks and then it's done. It's done.
Right. It'll hang on the refrigerator for a second. So that's like, so marriage and a marriage certificate in the realms of spirituality is literally like your soul waking up in the morning, looking at your marriage certificate like, bae, right? But if you would really think about it for like 2 seconds, right? Just like really, really think about this shit. Would your soul give a fuck about a piece of paper? What if the government stamped it and notarized it in the shredder 10 years later? Goddamn. So the marriage certificate and the marriage ritual and a kneeling down, bending on one knee is civilization lying to you, telling you that what marriage is, when actuality marriage is when anytime
you have sex with someone, intercourse, penis enters a vagina.
To which, is there a way to you ain't see me?
I know. Lockdown, click. I mean, don't have sex.
No, I'm saying, but energy wise, in your soul, like, thinking that's bae. Like, oh, okay, I know what side I'm on. Right, your soul's like, that's my husband. And matter of fact, those are my husbands, or those are my wives, because I'm a little thotty waddy, patati. You feel me? Like, you got mad husbands out here. To which, now peep this hot shit out.
Okay.
But you really want a husband though, or you really want a wife, but you got all of these soul ties, is what I'm trying to get to.
Okay.
How do you get it back? Can you get it back, or is it just a wrap? Is it just over?
You can definitely get it back.
Should you want to get it? I mean, but do people even know they need to get it back, or do they be really just trying to go forward?
I personally would want to get my mind back, because that's what you're doing. So.
What you talking about?
So having sex, the DNA.
The DNA.
From the man.
Goes into the vagina.
Travels through the bloodstream.
Through the bloodstream.
Up to the brain.
Through the brain. All in your heart, lung, just in your body. Just brain, blood barrier crossed.
And encodes with your DNA.
And
so, are your thoughts sometimes your thoughts? Are your emotions sometimes your emotions? So, with that being said, why would you want to carry on and carry on and carry on for so many years, and then wondering why your relationships aren't working?
I think because people is never wrong. People don't never make mistakes. Even the fact that I'm out here fucking,
I think
ain't nothing wrong with that though.
Yeah, people are horny, and
right?
I'm gonna do a spell ritual to get this person. I'm gonna do a spell ritual with this person.
Wait a second.
With this person.
You mean to tell me people is doing rituals?
We gonna do a spell together.
Oh no.
And the ancestors are gonna bless us.
Oh no.
And I'm gonna do that about 5-6 times.
Oh no. People be out here living like that?
I don't know. I'm
just throwing out hypotheticals.
I don't know. Could be making up a story. I don't know.
What did you say when you went to the Botanica the other day? What was the whole situation? Repeat that.
Oh, this lady. She was in there buying a whole bunch of candles.
She was buying mad candles.
For people's relationships to one of her clients wanted her, I guess it was her boyfriend or whoever he was, him and his wife to break up.
Oh, wow.
And she's like, yeah, I told her that this candle will cause arguments and cause them to have an unhappy home.
Shit.
And I'm just sitting there like, I got our 5-year-old, and I'm like, come on, hurry, let's come on. I'm like, let's go. Because, no, you trying to break up, I don't know if that home was happy or not, but you trying to add chaos into a situation, I don't know what they building right here. That's interesting.
Yeah. But my thing is, how does she know she got it like that, though? Like, you think that lighting a... I think that a motherfucker just stupid as hell all the way around. Huh?
How do you break that sex ed remix? Oh, sorry, I'm just reading.
I'm trying to figure out what make a motherfucker think that they can light a candle and be doing some, like,
YouTube.
That ego, that spiritual ego. Like, if a person really feel like they can actually do that, like, come on, man. Like, what about But what about the dude that she did the spell on? What about his ancestors? What if his ancestors have been putting in major work and he got a destiny?
That's what
You
I
feel
said.
me?
That's what I said the other day. You don't know who you fucking with. So, I don't know. May the odds be ever in your favor.
No, but for real, it's like you can do anything for real. I think we just like low key fucking around and joking for real. But you can restore everything through nature, through ritual, and through partnership.
Yeah.
But partnership is not no fucking game, right? I would never be ever, no matter what she gives me. She could do anything to me, and we're together, we're locked in because we've done work together. That's the spiritual part. So say for instance, like you trying to figure out if your partner is really your partner. Y'all will go into the woods and be creative. This ain't nothing to do with sex, but y'all would really do things spiritually together. Y'all will meditate together. Y'all will grow together. Y'all will invest in each other. Y'all will give each other time to say, don't work. Focus on your book. Don't work. Focus on the children, right? I'll take care of everything for you. And not even to be like keeping track or keeping score like, oh, what you do yesterday. It's a way of life. We're not two different people. We're one entity. So if she's hurt, I'm hurt. She's mad, I'm mad. She's fighting, I'm fighting. She's stealing, I'm stealing. She sells crack, I'm selling crack. If she's smoking crack, she doing that shit alone. But I ain't gonna tell y'all. I don't know why crack jokes is always the funniest kind of jokes though.
Because you be coming out narrow with them. You be serious. And then you just all of a sudden you just be like a crack joke.
Cause can't nobody be doing crack right now. Like crack has gotta be over. Like I just think like crack was something in the 90s or the 80s, 90s. By the time 2000 came, crack was over. But it was the last of the Mohicans right there. Crack users and crack dealers. That was a time, Jack. We'll think about that shit 20 years ago. Like, man, remember crack? Wasn't nothing like crack, boy. Motherfuckers will smoke weed all day. You know what I'm saying? Still come to work. Like, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I get off this shift, I'ma smoke this blunt. You know what I'm saying? Crackheads, they'll get paid on Friday. You won't see them motherfuckers till 2 months later. Like, what the hell? I digress. I don't know. How do we get here?
So there was a question.
Go ahead.
That's how do you break soul ties? How do you get your energy back? And some of the suggestions were some baths. I would suggest steaming in nature. Definitely
The only
nature.
thing that's gonna work, fuck all that shit, is nature. Fuck everything else. Listen, these motherfuckers on the internet got y'all minds fucking zapped, my nigga. None of that shit works. Y'all can, anything in the house is dead. That's why they got you in that's why everybody is in houses, fam. Nobody is out here in nature. Because that's where magic is. If they get you in 90-degree vortexes, dog, it's a wrap. You might as well go to sleep and wake up. You feel me? Internet, if you want to get something accomplished, you need some money. You need to break a soul tie. You need to get over somebody. You need to just be overall happy. Get an overall sense of well-being and connectivity, a sense of purpose in the fucking universe, dog. Go into nature, dog. And if you do anything else out of that, have fun. Good luck. You feel me? You got my best wishes. But if you want my honest and sincere opinion, it won't work. Because you are a nature being. Period. There's nothing else. Nothing about you is symmetrical. Your left leg bigger than your right leg. Your left face is different from your right face. This side of me different. This side of me different. Everything about us is weird and fucked up. In a good way. Nature, weird and fucked up. It ain't no symmetrical 90-degree angles in nature. It ain't no kitchen in nature. It ain't no bathroom in nature. The same place you sleep, the same place. Like, it's just one thing. To which we're fucked up through civilization and streets. And, like, we're on a fucking computer chip right now. We're just serving the system in our own little fucking way. To which, if you want to make some sense of this universe, you have to tap into nature, fam. Period. Especially trying to break a goddamn soul tie. You'll be sitting there taking baths for months, still thinking about the nigga or still thinking about her. So, listen, the only thing that helped me, the only thing that helped us, the only reason we together, the only reason that we say what we say is because we connected in nature. In that primal, green abundance of nothingness, and we sat and we listened and we submerged ourselves until the spirit started to speak to us. They not gonna speak to us when we get into the crib. We gotta do a whole bunch of sage and incense, you name it, crystal grids and whatever the fuck, just to keep a sense of sanity. Our sanity is in nature. This is the key. Nobody's gonna tell you this shit. You feel me? Y'all get real confused about this stuff, and it's not really that confusing. Nobody has the answers, right? Which is cool. The answers are within inside of you, which is even better. However, how do you get there? Quietness. You think you're going to be quiet in a 90-degree vortex with energies bouncing off the walls constantly? Thoughts, energies just there. You can't sage enough. You can't clean enough. You can't wash enough. It's energies constantly, dirt, microscopic things, and like, it's just vortexes of nothingness. This is our problem. Nature. Lack of it. You want to solve anything outside of nature? It's not going to work. And you're like, I can't get out the house. Well, go to the backyard. Start at cement. Where did we start at? We started at damn Goodale Park. Right? But we built our relationship in our free time. I worked, she worked, weekends. Hit the parks, hit the mounds. What the fuck else we gonna do? Sit in the house and fucking watch TV or go to fucking concerts or go to fucking restaurants and shit? That shit's lame as shit. That shit's boring. We take our food, we get our drinks, we get our bud, we fucking hit the parks and walk and talk and catch vibes. Like a sport. Not like the shit going to the same ass park in your fucking neighborhood either. We travel hours just to go to a fucking park and leave for nothing. Y'all don't understand. Anything else, you'll be scratching your head because the energies in the home are set up to really be self-destructive. This is the whole point. This is the reason that, why do you think civilizations, right? Tribal civilizations, they've been on Earth for thousands and thousands of years, right? You think they that stupid that they can't build a fucking house, but they tend to live in huts and teepees and transient living, right? You think that they savages and primitive. No, nigga, we are. For driving around in these fucking crusty ass mobiles that's polluting the earth and then living in these homes that are 90-degree angles. We're primitive, right? We can't adjust and adapt to nature. So, all of our solutions are within us. If we're unable to tap into it because of our thoughts, because of our emotional energies that permeate our surroundings, and then we imagine that listening to a new hot YouTube video or a new Instagram video is going to help us, or learning a new ritual or a spell is going to help us, that shit never helped me. I enjoy it and I try to share and try to spread a different message. However, I get it. I'm just one person and y'all don't understand where I'm coming from. Cause there is a shamanism and like orishas and babalaos and all of that shit, this structure which might be for you or it might not be for you. To which, how do you tap into something without nobody giving you the okay? You just gotta get out there and give yourself time. But giving yourself time is the healing, right? You don't gotta quit your job. You don't gotta wish for nothing or hope for nothing. You just gotta actually, scientifically, right? Being walking in nature, 20 minutes, your brain begins to trigger a different vibration. It begins to adapt to its natural surroundings and everything begins to work for you. Now, without it, you think that is right and exact. These TV screens and these walls and the office and the streets and all of that, you think that's right and exact because that's all you know. This is why black people live in cities and mostly white people live in rural areas, because of the space and the nature. This is why when we drive from city to city to see our cousins for the holidays, that time that it took to get from point A to point B was nothing but white people in space, in nature. And we don't know none the wiser. We ain't on the four-wheelers and out in, you know what I mean?
Up in UP and yeah.
So
They keep us confined in the city, the satellites.
the lights, it's a lockdown of great proportion. And in order for them to get shit popping off the way they got shit popping off, they've been working towards this for many, many years. Many, many years. And yeah, the only thing that's going to save us is nature. That's all I got to say.
I don't think there's much to say after that one. I've been out in nature since March. Walked barefoot in the
Things start to make sense.
yeah, they really do.
Things start to make sense. But
It's
I
like
think some
coming
people
home.
get tired, or they imagine like that your spirits ain't there when you are in nature. So part of it is like we was connecting our intuition. How many times where it'd be like, you see that fairy there, you'd be like, yeah, I seen that too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You seen that? Yeah. How many times have we bear witness to supernatural events?
Damn
Like,
near every day.
all right, we seen UFOs together. You feel me? Like, we've seen spiritual miracles. You know what I'm saying? We've seen, she's seen my growth, right? She bear witnesses to my growth. I bear witness to her growth. But the process is very simple. We invest our time and energy into nature primarily, and everything else comes from that. But this is not, I tell you, this is background shit. The Hood Mystic and the Instagram and the Facebook, that don't mean nothing. Because our process is this. Together, nature, intuition, repeat. And then everything else will manifest how it manifests. We don't care about nothing because we still have much to learn. So we can't propagate anything as if we know anything. What we do know is that nobody knows anything, Because nature knows all.
Mm-hmm.
So when you listen to motherfuckers, you see that energy is really dying down. And when hopefully y'all listen to people the same way I'm listening to people and just be like, yeah, no. Tired of it. Heard it before. What is the point? Hopefully you'll get to that point. But, it's very small, like a small group of understanding people, and that's really all we really need at the end of the day. It's not like a massive thing, because small groups of people who kind of can tap into true knowledge, true understanding, that's all that nature will allow at this present moment anyways. Because there's like a lot of people want to propagate being tapped in or having some sacred knowledge, but they don't. They can't. They won't. Because that's not our job. When aliens look down on Earth, they don't see a nigga in a fez. They don't see niggas with crystals. They don't see a person's business doing good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They see one Earth. We all have a part. We all have a connection. We're either important or unimportant to the same degree. Like, you're important because you are the Earth. You're unimportant because everybody is a part of the Earth. However, we've been isolated and subjugated and ruled over by technology. So, unfortunately, the only thing that will free us is the removal of technology and the acceptance of nature.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people is not going to be able to handle that because people are really, really comfortable with their amenities and their appliances and their running water and their heating, ventilation, and AC. But it's nature out here for all of us. And y'all think that we can run away from it, but why not embrace it? You feel me? Like, why not?
We're not taught to embrace it.
Oh, true.
It's just like I was reading in the book. We're not taught to embrace our bodies. We're taught to fear our bodies.
What?
But we had a question though.
Not taught to embrace our bodies, taught to fear our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm. I think that might be another discussion. Speaking of spirits, can I ask you guys' opinion on something?
Right.
Yeah.
You said it was a question.
Yeah, she wanted
Being
an
in
opinion
nature
on something.
is akin to releasing the Gregorian calendar. Yeah, it's akin to, I mean, you name it.
Thank you.
You name it. You name it. You feel me? Like, there's nature is everything. But we are cut off from it. We don't have no think about it. When you went to school, was there a nature class?
Not talking in high school, but not
Like, just nature. Like, just nature.
Not required.
How to integrate with nature, how to understand nature.
Nope. It's not taught. Cause I mean, but look at it, like most people are afraid to swim. People are afraid to go into the woods. People like.
Oh shit.
So.
Damn. It's bad, man. If you really think about it, it's really bad. Imagine millions of people in nature That would be really beautiful and really, really scary at the same time. But that was once life. A whole world
Yep.
full of nature and wilderness and human beings. And there's good and there's bad. But it's all one experience. And we're here to learn. That's the mystery. There's so many mysteries within ourselves that nature can help facilitate through the consciousness of herbs and herb science and listening to what the herbs say to you. It's so much help, right?
There is, but like I said, people fear it.
Spirit told me look
Fear.
into research different tribal regarding gender separation. After time passed, the pieces got put together. The conclusion, from my understanding, was to make a point of how ancient tribes, such as the Bakwa tribe, this evolves. These movies got everybody scared of nature. Right. Right. Basically, my understanding is my spirits were trying to make the point that they stay together and that they stay married, and those tribes have been doing the same things and living the same way. Yeah, that's another astrological point of view. Like not saying what your spirits say or what your spirits don't say. I would never know that. But from my understanding, how it goes is that the tribes would have sex and bring about ancestors. Like the ancestors would then come through and be babies. And so we actually, through our nature work, revitalize that tradition. Like, we know our children are ancestors. I'd say this story a lot all the time too. Like, me and her would never name a child John, period. Like, we would just never think to name a child John, but that is his name, you know? Like, that is his name, John, right? And so I got a third grandfather named John, and she has a third grandfather named John.
Got an uncle named John too.
So we know who he is, right? So forth and so on, you know. So this process, which is like co-creating in nature, bringing about ancestors, natural process. Do you think if women and men took on that tradition again in modern terms? And then again, I say it all to say, like, you can't help it. Like, we didn't contrive it. We didn't say, we're going to bring forth the ancestors in our family. We're going to name him John. Because I didn't even know I had a grandfather named John until John was about, like, 1.5 years old. So you cannot help it to realign yourself. But it's no book that's going to tell you, this is how you realign yourself. Well, not yet. But yeah, you keep yawning, and I think it's about time for the full moon consummation situation. It's 1:55. I'm sure all those chillins is nice and sleeping.
Well, and sleeping. But I don't know, do we answer the question? Or did you answer?
For the most part, it's not contrived. That's more or less what I would say. It's not contrived. So as much as we try to contrive it and say, oh, the men have to be this and the girls have to be this, I say go into nature and fucking listen. We don't know. You won't know until you go. This is not a point of controversy. Not a point of, if I leverage this and or I leverage that. Oh, and one more thing. Bring your damn offerings, too. Don't go in that motherfucker empty-handed.
Please don't.
What the hell? Y'all go to McDonald's with at least $2.99. However, when you go with your ancestors, it's like, please give me your rent money. Do you think this is a soup kitchen? everything is energy exchange, but we about to tap out and tap in. I see y'all on the flip side for real.
That was